Big thanks to my loyal Patreon supporters.
Hello, I'm Firefox, and today I'm going to be showing you my collection of the 6-inch Sonic the Hedgehog action figure line from Jakks Pacific. I only have 6 of these figures, and I already did a video on these for my Patreon. The video's still up, by the way. If you want to go see it, you can after this video, of course. This is kind of be the same video, except a little bit more in-depth than my first one, exclusive to my Patreons. So we'll start off with Sonic. Because Sonic, I'm be using Sonic as like the base for all the other figures in terms of articulation, because all these figures have pretty much the exact same articulation with some exceptions, but I will point those out when I get to those figures. And of course, we have a head swivel. I can turn any way. The arms can move forwards and backwards. They can even pivot out and in, both on the exact same side. Legs can move forward and backwards and can rotate like that, like all the way around. The knee can bend, and the shoe is on a ball joint, so it can like pivot and swivel and all that stuff. Pivot slightly, just very slightly. Don't know if you saw that because I can't really see it through the screen of my phone because it's being propped up by something. So that's excuse me. So that's fun. Let's talk about Sonic. The detail on Sonic. It's quite good for the most part. It's flat. It's not overly detailed, which is good for figure not being that expensive. He's got, I don't know if you can see it or not, there's like a molding line right here between his ears. And the quills on his back look like they were separately put on when they were added. Like there's a big line where his back quills are. It's like it's clearly obvious they're separate from the figure, and he just stuck them on. And also his eye ridge thing here. This thing here kind of looks like it's sticking ever so slightly off his eye, but hey, those are just minor complaints. I do not hate this figure. I think it's wonderful. A really good figure for the price. I cannot remember how much I got this for, but hey, it must have been a really good price when you just pick him up. And it's really good, and he's kind of difficult to get to stand because he does not like to stand on his own. So I have to drop him on the floor and stuff. Which is what I'm going to do over there. I just toss him over there. Because now we got Tails. His good friend Tails. Here he is, not looking absolutely terrified at all. Yeah, what is with that face? What is with why did they decide on that mouth? Who at Jakks went, yes, that looks fine. But overall, the rest of him looks pretty fine. And aside from all the basic articulation, his namesakes can spin around. He couldn't have them like that, but I prefer them up like that because if you have them down like this, he cannot stand up. So basically, Tails, seriously, why did they decide on that mouth? Could it be just a nice little smile, like just a faint line? I'm comparing it to Sonic's Sonic smile. I mean, it's kind of the same, but it's not like, it's very, very thin. It's not actually in there. Like, it doesn't look like his mouth is like slightly open. And also, yes, Tails is slightly shorter than Sonic, which is very good attention to detail. If he was taller than him or like the exact same size, it would look so jarring and weird. So it's a good thing that they made these two their correct heights. So I say he's like a quarter of an inch shorter than Sonic. But now we're going to look at the other member of Team Sonic, and the guy who recently had his new show air on Paramount Plus that apparently not many people like, but I've only seen the first episode and I thought it was okay. Knuckles. And the only difference between him and the basic articulation is that his head cannot turn. That's it. They say on the box, on the packaging, that it said it can turn, but it cannot. It can only turn like very slightly. So I do not count that as articulation. Why would you make the head be able to turn if his arms are just gonna be in the way the entire time? Unless you like smash them in and try to turn it, but at that point you're just breaking it. Also, Lego shoes. That's a joke. And yeah, he's a very chunky figure. Like, his shoes are massive. I mean, compared to Sonic's shoes. Sorry, Sonic, you just broke your ankle. I mean, Sonic's shoes are pretty big, but Knuckles is huge, like giant. You've got his giant gloves. It looks like he can hold something, but really, these figures don't have anything that you can hold. Basically, you got the right proportions and stuff. You got his Nike swoosh. Yes, that is supposed to be an actual Nike swoosh. But quick history lesson. Nike didn't want part in this when Knuckles was first made. But Sega liked the look of it, so he just kept it and just didn't tell Nike. And yes, that's how you know that Knuckles has been sponsoring Nike this entire time. Yep, big flat head, which just looks really weird to me. I think it looked weird to a lot of other people, I think. But hey, that's just me. And yep, that's Knuckles. Basically, the exact same articulation and stuff. Just his gloves. His gloves too also move as well. So that's a good thing to see. Next up, we have the first and... No, we'll save him later. We'll have, Blaze. Princess Blaze from the Soul Dimension. From her other... Is it the Soul Dimension? Or is it... I don't know. I have Sonic Rush Adventure on DS. I just haven't played it yet. I'll play it for you guys when it comes time to. And what is her face? She's so dirty, too. Oh, no, that's paint errors right there. Can you see that? There's, like, dots on her eyes from the error when the person was painting her. Or was it a robot? I think it's being made by robots these days. What is that face? She's seen some things, and she does not want to talk about it. And articulation, that aside from Sonic and tail, aside from Sonic, is that her tail can slightly move back and forth. I do not. I hope that's articulation and not me breaking it, but let's just ignore that and pay attention to her beautiful face. Well, overall for her, she is really good looking. Well, for the figure, her hairband keeping her big tufts of hair up in the air that I keep forgetting she has. I actually keep forgetting that these are a part of her. We got her high heels with her puffy socks and gloves around her wrists, and she got her royal princess coat thing. I don't know what that's called. She is a princess after all, because that's what she is, right? No? Oh well. Too bad. You're a princess now. I mean, that coat is just really, really good looking. I have to admit. Whoops. Sorry, madam. Just really good looking. And next up, of course, the other female Sonic character I have, Rouge the Bat. And of course, we gotta critique something. I cannot tell if she's trying to smile or is just sad about something. Like, just got bad news, like she just got fired from gun or something. And YouTube, that is gun as in the Guardian United Nations, as in the Sonic thing. Not the pew 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 thing. It just looks, I don't care. Like, what is that face? Just like, it's just a line to me. It's like slightly. She does look upset about something. and I cannot figure out what it is. Also, yes, bosoms. But different from the Sonic wings can move like this. Just like they're on like hinges, which is, I mean, yeah, they look weird, but hey, how else are they going to do that? And if they're not careful, they can actually get caught behind her stick of a tail. So gotta make sure you don't really get those in. I mean, get those in. What? I mean, I would say you don't get those over her tail, because these things can really pivot. I don't know if I even show that on camera. Just one cupped hand for holding a non-existent accessory, because I don't know what they're supposed to be holding. And of course, she has one open head. And now she's not trying to gesture for you to come in bed with her. She came with one for her heart bombs from like the comics and stuff, or like the games. I think she uses them in games. I'm not entirely sure yet. She came with 4 of them, and that was pretty cool. And yes, her high heel boots. And for some reason, they look weird when you rotate them, because that part doesn't rotate, even though it looks like it should. And also, she does have kind of fast knee bending, but her boots are so high up that they pretty much just don't even exist. And her ears are giant. I think they're actually bigger than tails. Hang on. Give me your tails. Yeah, her ears are way bigger than tails, which... yeah, really big ears. Giant ears. Get one more look at her. You want to focus or not? Oopsies. There you go, kind of. Oops, I moved the camera slightly. Oh, did. Stay. There you go. This is a kid's toy, by the way. It has boobs on it. Sorry, you didn't see that. Boobs. I'll focus again. Well done, camera. Or iPhone 14 Pro Max. And last but not least, the last figure that I currently own is the ultimate life form himself. Yes, him. Who's going to be in the 3rd Sonic movie and that remake of that other existing Sonic game, but now he has levels of his own that you can play him as. It's everyone's favorite, Daddy. Shadow. There we go. So that Shadow looks really good. I mean, looks really, really good. I mean, he has the same back quill problem as Sonic, as I pointed out, but and he does have the molding line on his head, but it's so much more not noticeable than Sonic's, because his is way more noticeable than Shadow's. And of course, he has the exact same articulation as Sonic, because he basically is Sonic, just slightly different, but better in every way. And of course, the idea for him is rocket shoes or air shoes or whatever the heck they're called, so he can use them to, I don't know, like be Iron Man and fly around. And of course, he looks like, well, his quills point up instead of down like Sonic's, so he looks kind of like a starfish to me, but hey, I don't care. He still looks amazing and hot and sexy and what? And of course, he has all of the articulation, head, arms, legs, all that stuff. And of course, I'm going to put him in a jar and do absolutely nothing to it. So that is all of the Sonic figures that I currently own, all the 6-inch ones. And so basically that's all I can really talk about. I mean, they look really good for what they are. And they're nicely detailed and articulated for what they're worth. And Hang on, what's going on? What's going on down here? Oh, jeez, no! End the video.
Fire.